Carlos, Alex, great to see you, and great to see you both in Williams colours, new teammates for the year. And Alex was actually telling me earlier, former neighbours, so you're not living next to each other anymore. What happened, Carlos? Why are you not living next to each other anymore?
I don't know, there was some leak of fake news that my water pump was broken or something, or leaking, and that we had moved in together.
What?
Yeah. That's how crazy social media is nowadays.
But you wouldn't get on as housemates?
We used to be next door neighbors, but not anymore first, and second, we never moved in together like
Okay.
they were suggesting in social media.
Wow.
Just shows the world we live in nowadays.
I know, it's crazy, isn't
Romance.
it? But you, when you were living opposite each other, did you have dinner together? Did you hang out at all?
No, we didn't even see each other.
Never. I would say, like, I would often see, if you ordered delivery, I could see there was food outside your...
I never ordered delivery. What are you talking about?
No way.
But that was it. And sometimes you would leave your bike outside.
Yeah, the bike, yeah, sometimes. But I don't know, weird, but fun.
But have you spent any time together then? Because you clearly are getting on really well.
Not that much. I think we're maybe easygoing people.
Yeah, I think we're just relaxed.
Okay.
We're obviously competitive on the track, but outside it, we can get along and have a relaxed conversation, which is what it's all about.
Is it the kind of thing where it's clicked pretty quickly between you guys?
I mean, it's still fresh, but yes, for the most part. Ask us in 6 months.
No, I know you're joking. Talk to me about how you're feeling about teammates being in this new project with Williams. Alex, you've been here for 4 years. Carlos, you've just come in and seen what it's about. Talk to me, guys, about what you've got ahead of you.
Oh, I think, well, first of all, we go into 2025 obviously trying to do the best job we can for Williams, but mainly with a goal in mind, you know, this to keep pushing this team forward, keep driving this team forward. And yeah, we're gonna have that openness, that approach to make sure that we are pushing in the same direction. I need Alex to open up about the things he felt last year in this car and how he felt it. I'm gonna be fully open about my past and what I felt in the Ferrari and McLaren days that I can bring into Williams. And between the two of us, by sharing all that information, I'm sure we can bring performance to the team.
How different is it, Alex, to when you joined? This is year 4 for you. Carlos has just come in and seen what he's got to play with.
I really enjoy it, to be honest. I think that it's great to see how the team have reacted to Carlos joining, if I'm honest with you. There's been a real openness and eagerness from the team, and it feels like generally it's elevated the team to be, you know, curious and to be open-minded, and it feels like it's definitely helping already. So of course, you know, as Carlos said, he has a lot of experience from his previous teams.
Yeah.
With this generation of car, which is a very tricky, kind of unpredictable car to get right. I can only see it helping.
It's still early days, Carlos, but like, is it what you expected, this Williams team coming from a World Championship winning team at Ferrari?
Well, first of all, I don't think I got a chance to say that the Abu Dhabi test was very positive for me. I found a car and a team that was already performing at a very high level, and that gave me encouragement. And I saw people, especially during this winter and during Abu Dhabi test, people full of energy, full of motivation to get this project going in the right direction and to get Williams back to winning ways as soon as possible. And that's a very important first impression, because first impressions you can only have once. And the first impression, I must say that both in Abu Dhabi and the first time I visit Grove was very, very good.
It feels like this team generally stepping on and got title sponsor this year. It feels like there's a lot of resource in the team. For both of you, really, does it feel like it's made a next step? For you visually, externally, you from the internal perspective?
I would say so, yeah. I would take it back 12 months and look at, even just in these 12 months, you think about, we were late,
Yeah.
we were overweight, we were struggling. We were really on the back foot for pretty much the whole of the winter, and it was a struggle. The first few races were a struggle. Not to say that we don't know where we are in terms of a performance point of view, but then you come to today and we have an event and we have a live show, and how quickly and how big it's changed in them 12 months. It just shows you there are big things happening here.
Carlos, you were the first one to get a taste. You're going to get a chance shortly after this interview, Alex, but you got a taste of the 25 car. You've had the 23 car, the 24 car, now the 25 car runs. Talk to me, what were the early learnings?
Well, you can feel the evolution also, it's super early days, but already the 45 car, the team briefed me on the weaknesses that car had, and Alex was very open to tell me about them, and in Barcelona I could feel them. Then the 46 in Abu Dhabi, I managed to have a full day of testing to start feeling the pros and cons of that car and see pretty much the positive stuff is that all the feedback that I gave to the team on where I thought the 47 should be an improvement on the 46 was already feedback that Alex had given before and had been very vocal about. So I'm confident that the 47, so the 25 car, is going to be a step up on all these things because they've already been working with them with Alex, and obviously all the data, all the information that I can bring on top of that will hopefully just be performance. And today so far we've had a smooth day without any reliability issues. Car is working as we expect it to work. So, that's already means a lot. And to be as brave as Williams has been to bring all of our partners, all of the media, to the first lap of the car, to a track and say, look, we're ready. Prove that we're ready is something very impressive. So good job to everyone.
I guess it shows how far this team has come, and you've really seen that journey. Looking ahead to this year, what are your ambitions?
I mean, it's. I think every team is going to be saying the same thing. We want to do a great job. We want to focus on the results. Of course, it benefits everyone. Just in terms of morale, but financially, it all plays a part into next year. But realistically, the focus has to still be on next year. I think it's one of the biggest regulation changes that Formula One has done with the PU and the car itself. So I think it's any gains you can make early into 2026 can carry for years. I think it's the same thing with Red Bull when they got their car into a good place early on. With these regulation changes, only now have they just been catchable. So you do want to start strong, and I think for Carlos and I, we believe the journey. We understand the sacrifices that need to be made short term for the long term gains. It's a bit of a repeated message, but it holds true, and we believe in it.
Carlos, from your perspective, how different is life here at Williams to Ferrari? And can you see a lot of areas instantly where you want to try and bring a lot of that expertise that you've brought with you?
Well, it's a very different culture. Obviously, I'm changing from a full Italian team to a full British team. Honestly, I find Williams a lot more similar to how I found McLaren at the time, So I have experience with British teams. I know how they work, and the difference to Ferrari, it will take a bit of adaptation process to understand all that. But I can only say that every single individual I've come across in Williams, I believe they has the talent, and the passion to make this team competitive again. And I've had very nice surprises in my time. So as I adapt to the culture of the work ethic of the team, at least in an individual perspective, I see a lot of talent and a lot of goodwill in the team.
Have you felt so far, and again early days, but from the sim feedback that you've given and the stuff that you've had in the sim, similar? Like, you want the same sort of things from the car? You're saying the same sort of things you want to change?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think we're similar. I think we like the car in a similar way.
Okay.
For the most part.
Yeah.
We'll see. I still think there's a bit of learning to do between our preferences, but the general weaknesses and strengths of the cars, I think we talk pretty openly about it, and I think we're on the same page, yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. In Barcelona test, we could already see little differences in driving style, and I was picking up on it, and he was picking up on mine, and we were chatting, why do you do this like that, and why do I do this like that? Because I've been driving like this for so many years, and you've been driving this kind of so you can pick up on those things, but in the important stuff, that is, where do we want the car to go?
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much bang on what we both know what we want, basically.
Yeah.
You've both had a few teammates now, so is that, comparing it to your other relationships, has that come pretty quickly? Are you surprised by how natural it's been?
For me, it's been quite different because I think I've always had quite a young driver next to me. So, apart from Max. So it's been nice, I think in terms of evolving the car and just very little things you could imagine, your day-to-day things like speaking about scheduling, speaking about deal simulator focus or car evolution, whatever it may be. There's someone to share a lot of the responsibility with and work on things together. Splitting programs even in FP1s, for example, would be something which, to be honest with you, we didn't do too much previously. It was always kind of a little bit more on my role to focus on them areas. So I think it's going to be great. I think that's what we're looking for, is to grow as a team, and Carlos is clearly experienced, which is going to help. helped me for sure.
You've effectively got two leaders now, haven't you, kind of pushing the team forward in that way?
Yeah, I think that's the whole point. I think that James wanted by having both of us together, two experienced drivers that are pushing the team in the same direction, sharing as much information as possible, but also I think we have certain years of experience to know what's right and what's wrong and the direction that we should take.
Yeah.
On top of that, we also have plenty to learn from one another and plenty to learn in the rest of our careers, but we're here to push this team forward and to see that collaboration working.
Now we've had this pretty cool event today. The car went out on time in a live show. We've got the O2 event next week. Tens of thousands of people are going to be there. How are you feeling about doing something a little bit different, I think, this year?
Is it a red carpet event?
There will be a red carpet,
There will be a red carpet.
that you will have to walk down.
I would say I normally don't do these things. So it'll be a unique experience.
Right, that is enough for me, guys. I want you guys to get to know each other a little bit
Okay.
better. So we've got some questions for you. So Carlos, those are your questions for
Okay.
Alex.
Yeah.
These are your questions for Carlos.
There's no right answer here.
No, there is no right or wrong answer because, well, unless you can call him out. So Carlos, do you want to go? Carlos, you go first.
If you could have a meal with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be?
God, big questions.
Deep.
My hero, Michael Schumacher.
Okay.
Valentino Rossi, my other hero. And someone who just creates like chaos.
Okay.
Like who creates that guy, or girl that makes a mess.
With the food? Are we talking
No,
food?
like do you know a guy called Theo Von?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
maybe not him, but I like that style.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, all right. Alex, you go.
Okay, what's your first thought when you wake up in the morning?
Good question. I'd say I always wake up a little bit stressed with the time.
Oh yeah.
Like
What time
this,
is it?
this is the first alarm, right? Yeah. Okay, I go. You know, like
Are you straight out of bed?
no, I always do a 9-minute postpone.
9 minutes. Oh, on
On the snooze.
That is nice. So I put the alarm 9 minutes.
Just one. You always do just
Yeah,
one.
it gives me 9 minutes to get out of my. Okay,
And then you think what? What do you think?
Yeah.
What's the first thought that comes into your head?
Alex.
The romance. See, it's
Oh,
that time we were sharing in the apartment.
It's real, it's real.
Yeah, I think many things. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll leave it
What
there.
were your first thoughts when you found out you'd be my teammate?
Well, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, the rumor started.
It was James told me. I was like, great. Yeah, it was almost like,
Happy days.
Aw.
get it going. That was it, really. It was quite a short conversation.
Did you call each other or anything? Did you chat all
Not
soon
too much because
after?
it was at that point. It was still. I think you were speaking to senior options.
Yeah.
Let's say that. So it was still early days.
I called him after the Abu Dhabi test. Around January, we had our first chat to give him a bit of a insight into what I had felt on my first day.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. First day at school. Did you pass your driving test first time?
I think so. Yeah, I did. The practical one, yes, and also the theoretical one.
In Spain, is it strict or?
Yeah, it's very strict.
It's strict.
Yeah. Also, the guy didn't recognize me, so I was
You're hoping.
properly, yeah, under pressure.
Is that good or bad? I don't know, because
I
maybe
don't
it'd
know.
be tougher on you,
Depends
right?
on the guy. Yeah.
Were you in F1 at the time?
I was about to
That's
make it to it.
Okay.
So I was starting to become teamwork.
Okay. Well, I failed mine.
Did you feel pressure to pass because you were about to become an F1 driver?
I felt pressure for myself. I said like I'm a driver. I'm a good driver. I knew I'd driven cars before, so I was like I have
the
to
talent.
pass.
I have the talent.
Yeah, for me it was more knowing the basic circulation rules,
Okay.
you know, and realizing okay I don't want to mess this up. You
Okay.
know,
Did you
But
pass
yeah.
first time?
No.
No, how many times?
Twice. On the second, I had like 13 minors
And
13?
and just passed 13 minors.
Do you have majors and minors in Spain?
Like you cannot do any big mistakes.
I guess
but you can do
yes,
little
but
ones.
as I passed, they didn't tell me whether
Yeah, this guy.
I was like okay, bye, left immediately.
Before they change their mind. Okay.
What's your most used emoji?
The basics? Actually, no. I do this
This one?
just because I'm like it's like I don't like to say okay, so it's just
Okay.
reply thumbs up to everyone.
I'll be looking at it now.
Okay.
Do you use a lot of emojis?
Yeah, I'm a bit Yes.
Emoji heavy.
A bit too emoji heavy. Yeah.
Ooh,
Are
don't
you-
like that. Not with me, please. I don't use emojis. I guess the only one is when they congratulate me for something, I go thanks, and this one.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one I think I only use.
What about gifts? Gifts? Do you send gifts?
I find them really funny, but I don't use them. When I could send them, I like it. But
I used to, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Growing out of it. Is that a thing?
No, because you're young, so you can't have
Yeah,
grown
I feel
out
like
of it
gifts
yet.
have like slowly stopped.
I'm not a thing. My
Maybe I'm
memes-
wrong.
Okay, all right. I'll go and ask the kids.
It's
after
hard
this.
though, because in the end, like, you're working. Like my phone is mostly work related,
yeah.
and I'm not sending my engineer like a Mr. Bean meme gift on my message. But anyway, if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life for dinner, what would it be?
Okay, it would be for me. Number one choice would be hamburgers.
Yeah.
I love a good
I
hamburger.
thought you were going to
Tino's.
say a burger.
What's your favorite, like, fast food?
Yeah.
Which one?
Hamburger.
Like what company?
Boogie Burgers.
Boogie.
My hamburger chain.
You have your own hamburger chain
Yes.
in Spain.
Yep.
In Madrid.
Madrid. I opened one.
I have to try it.
Yes, please. They do really good smash burgers.
Really?
They do a very nice patty melt.
And they do chips as well.
Of course.
Ice cream.
Rosemary
Milkshakes?
truffle milkshakes, or what's another one? Rosemary truffle.
Vegan burger.
Nah, we don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm all about the beef.
Okay, we've got 2 questions left. They're social media questions, so I'll get you to ask them quickly to yourself.
Does a straw have 1 or 2 holes?
So this has been
Straw.
going around social media, right? Does a straw have 1 or 2 holes?
Oh. One continuous hole.
I agree.
Good.
Oh, I see. I think it's got 2 holes either side,
That's
an entry and an
insane.
exit. So there you go. I thought you
Does
liked.
a tunnel have 2 holes? Yeah, actually.
Well,
yes, a tunnel.
yeah,
I
a tunnel
feel like,
definitely does,
I
'cause-
feel like a tunnel has 2 holes.
Because you
But a
need to
straw has
penetrate
one.
the mountain in both sides. It's a good one, eh?
Yeah.
I would have said only 1, 2.
Yeah.
And then there's one last random one.
Do you wash your legs in the shower?
So this has been going around social media.
I think men tend to, correct me if I'm wrong, have very specific parts that we wash
Focus points.
and some focus points, but then the legs, you're right, maybe are a bit
lower
marginalized.
priority.
Yeah,
Like if-
depends. I'd say like at least once a week I do full wash with us. I scrub myself massively,
Yeah.
and I feel really clean before bed.
But only once a week.
But if I'm in a normal morning shower, going to
Yeah, fair.
something quick,
Yes.
it's focus points.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, if anything, like any like sea or sweating, full body.
Yeah.
But
It depends on the kind of
Yeah.
shower.
This, I feel like I've learned so much about you guys. I hope you've learned a lot about
What
each
about
other
you?
as well. I do wash my legs. I
Every
thought it was
time.
weird that people don't wash
Every
their legs.
time.
Yeah,
Front,
with like a
rear,
flannel.
heel,
Yeah, so I've got the
everything.
flannel. The flannel is all over.
Yeah, I do that, but like not every day.
I'm not like scrubbing like you though. I don't
I
have
do
time
the
for 1
scrubbing.
week. I'm like all over once, done. But then I'm in the gym, so I'd probably shower twice a day, right? So I feel if I'm showering that much time, which you guys probably are.
I
as well.
shower 3 times a day, I would say.
Okay, I'm going to get told off for running over time. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks
gotta
so
get
much for
ready.
your time. You crack
Thank
on. You
you.
enjoy the car.